Hey friends, it's Beth Ann, the educated agent, and today I am here at First Integrity Title. They are one of my most stellar, most reliable, most consistent title companies. And title companies help us settle a transaction. So when you buy or sell a home, they're the ones helping you sign all the paperwork at closing. But in between when I meet you as a client and when we close, well, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong in the middle. And what I have in my team are some very, very good service providers. Like this guy. This is Kyle.
Hi.
Kyle looks very serious. It's because Kyle's very knowledgeable. Kyle's a lawyer with First Integrity, and that means he gets paid the big bucks to deal with the things that could go wrong in a transaction before closing. Now, tell me more about what you do, because I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, so I'm an in-house counsel for First Integrity Title Company, where if there are any weird things that happen between, when you go under contract and when you close, like say the lot lines are wrong or there's different ownership things that are wrong, I work on all of those different issues. And then we have our affiliated firm, which is called Spaeth and Doyle, where we do probate. And so a lot of the times...
So that's an actual law firm within First Integrity?
It's a related law firm within First Integrity. And so it's crazy how many times people go to sell a property and there's actually somebody who's dead on title, right?
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, right. And so we find that out in the title search process, sometimes not that long until the closing is going to happen. And so what our firm has kind of hung our hat on is being able to quickly take a property through probate. So getting someone appointed who can actually transfer the property on behalf of the deceased individual and then actually transferring it, we usually can do that within a week or two.
Wow.
And so our biggest thing is making sure that we can keep contract deadlines for real estate agents. And since, we know the title industry, we know the real estate stuff, our biggest thing is making sure that the deal continues to go through, because we know how important, rate locks expire, buyers start walking away. And so to the extent that we can keep all that stuff together for you guys and keep the transaction going, that's our goal.
That makes sense. Now, a lot of my clients have wills and trusts, and that just gets us out of probate entirely, right?
Yes. So if you die with a will, but the property is in your name individually, you'll still have to go through probate. You'll have to admit the will to probate, and then the will will determine who's entitled to the property and who can control the property on behalf of the deceased individual.
What do you mean control? Like sign contracts to sell
Anything. Yep. So if you're thinking about who can sign your listing agreements, who can sign the deeds to the sales contracts, that's the personal representative of an estate.
And it's really hard to get signatures from a dead person.
It is really hard, and that's why that's why we have the probate process. But the awesome thing is in Colorado we have things called beneficiary deeds, which can pass property without having to go through probate. And then if you are interested in something more flexible, there are things like trusts, and we can set all of those things up for you. And so if you have the desire to want to avoid probate when you pass away before your property goes to your loved ones,
which I hear is a really good idea.
It's a great idea. And so if you have any of those interests, we also handle that type of law. And our biggest thing, since we do all the property transactions, all of our documents are drafted in a way so that we know that they work.
Nice. Wow, there was so much information there. I don't even know what to ask about, but that's really good. Yeah. I didn't realize even they have some of these services in First Integrity. I knew, and that's why I'm doing this video, that First Integrity is a great title company. Super reliable, super interesting, super just has been in these situations, so we know how to get out of them.
Yeah.
But now also knowing that you proactively offer the services, not just on the back end when I'm in trouble, but before I get in trouble.
Yep.
Not that my real estate transactions get in trouble, but that's a really good point also. That's nice to know.
The further away from the death event that you can start planning, the less stressful it is.
Oh, that's a really well said way of, it's a good way of putting it.
It's not super fun to talk about dying, right? But to the extent that you can help your family members deal with your assets before you pass away, for afterwards, the easier it is on everybody and the less likely that there's going to be conflict amongst your heirs.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
That you've talked about things and we've set good expectations.
Yeah, it's crazy, how many times like that, people think they have an understanding of what's going on, and then, the person actually dies, and then everybody starts fighting, and that's like, it tears families apart. And so to the extent that we can help prevent that, we like to try to do that.
I like that. I like being prepared.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's good stuff. And that's why you hire a good team. So let me know when you have real estate questions. We'll get this guy involved, hopefully. Not when we're in trouble, but in advance. See ya.